Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So we're on step 7 of the healing program in this set of readings. So we're on Libra. So you may be Libra watching this, you may have Libra placements, you may be cross-watching, I don't know, you may just be on this little healing journey of this set of readings with me. So step 7, Libra. Let's see what Libra has to heal. The song that came through for you is See Her Smiling by Barrie-James. It's got this weird, like, almost like alien-like quality to it. Like this dream-like, yeah, just this strange quality to that song. You're a hazard in my head, but I need you. So I don't know if there's something a little bit self-destructive in your energy at the moment, because I was kind of picking up on, I got Beautiful Mistakes, you know, the song, making beautiful mistakes, she's lying in my bed, something like that. I can't remember. I'll put it down in the description box down below. I don't know who sings it either, but Beautiful Mistakes. And like this thing about, like, I think there's a song called Honey Whiskey as well. So don't do something you might regret when partying or drinking. Sober decisions only, Libra. You may have some regrets about some decisions you made when you were not sober. I don't know, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get for you. Let's find out. So what needs healing with Libra, please? What needs healing with Libra? What needs healing with Libra? Community. So maybe your relationship with other people, especially other women. You may see other women as competitors. I don't know. You are ruled by the goddess Venus, the planet Venus. So this is very much like the standard interpretation of what a Libra should look like. Sort of like a model, or like takes good care of herself. So you may have a little bit of a preoccupation with your image in some kind of community environment. Like, how are you perceived, wanting to put the best version of yourself forward. Not always. I find Libras are very this or that. So Libras are either like dressed up to the nines, like looking like a Greek goddess, or Libra is in a pair of jeans, a pair of Converse, like no makeup, like checked, what's it called, like not terry cloth, what's it called, like checked fabrics. Like you're either dressed up or you're dressed down, Libra. But it's like maybe you only like put photos of yourself on Instagram when you look like this. I don't know, bit catfishing maybe, Libra. Just sorry to call you out there. 7 could be a significant number for some of you as well. Let's get a clarifier. What needs healing for Libra with community? I feel like what's healing for you is also healing for your friends. Like Queen of Fire, yeah. So what needs healing for you? It could be, because the Queen of Fire is gorgeous. She's passionate, she's bold, she knows what she wants, she's the center of attention, you know, she's very attractive, she really takes good care of herself. And so what you need to heal is something in regards to this. So something about whether or not you are attractive, issues around being attractive perhaps, like, and attracting the wrong attention. Who do you give your heart to if you've got a lot of choice? I'm not sure. Do you know, I'm really not sure what this is. Let's read it. Let's read the community card and see what it says. So 7. Connection with kindred spirits. So you may have to heal a connection with other people, which is interesting because this whole set of readings is like healing from within, kind of disconnecting from the people around you and kind of doing that healing work yourself. But this is actually sort of saying you need to heal the connections with others. This card shows 3 women celebrating, sharing ideas and supportive energy. The lights in the picture represent your ever-present spirit community as well. When this card appears upright, it indicates an association of some kind. It may be a casual connection of like-minded people, joining a club or a community of some sort, or even a business partnership consisting of 3 or more entities. The time is right to make such new connections and to share intentions, whether they're personal or professional. Networking and community are important parts of the human experience, and the security and sense of connection can be beneficial to all. It's true that when several people join their intentions, it accelerates their power in the energetic realm. Receiving this card puts you on notice that the universe is sending some beneficial allies your way. Like the happy family card, this could also indicate a party or a celebration of some kind. Again, just be careful. Be careful about getting too carried away, too passionate, right, in party situations. You've got a little affirmation here. I open my life to the wonderful people around me. I am making strong and beneficial connections in both my personal and professional life. So you're being bold. I feel like you've healed something. I feel like you've already healed something. In terms of your own confidence, your own perception of perhaps your own desirability, something to do with your image, something to do with how magnetic you are to others. This kind of gives me like flies around honey, you know, she's the honey, so it attracts people. So it could be your confidence attracts people to you, or you're healing your confidence in order to make connections with other people. I'm not really getting any more from that, which is curious to me. I feel like there's something more. Let's get Tarot de la Nuit, because this deck's quite good at like speaking. No, actually, let's change of plan. Let's go to the Muse Tarot, because again, this has quite good like text. Look, the Queen of Wands on the bottom again. Queen of Inspiration is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Fire, Queen of Inspiration, Queen of Wands, all the same energy. Just it's named different things in different decks. So it's like you're healing your Queen of Wands energy. You're healing that fiery aspect of your nature as well. Don't worry if you're he, she, they. The Queen of Wands, anybody can be in Queen of Wands energy. It's just much more fiery and expressive and like firecrackery than the King of Wands, who tends to be a little bit more reserved. He's got a lot of control. So the Kings are more about like holding back and taking action like at the right time, where the Queens are much more expressive and open and supportive. So there's a difference between the meaning of the card, and it's not really a gender thing, so just be aware of that. Although there definitely seems to be something about attractive women here. Tell me more, please. Tell me more. What does Libra need to heal about themselves? So it feels like your ability to make connections with other people. And moving on from connections that don't serve you, moving on from connections where it's not supportive, where there's bitchiness, where there's chaos, and moving towards situations where it feels like calmer water. So let's just grab the book for this, because again, these cards speak quite well in this deck. It could be that you are, as your confidence is growing, as you're networking, as your circle of friends gets bigger, as you make more connections, you may find that you're not quite fitting in with an old group quite as much. There could be some jealousy there. You know, like when you're in a group of friends and one person starts to, you know, really work on themselves, really starts to look very good, really like starts to get new opportunities. You know, the other people can feel a bit left behind or a bit spiteful about that, even if they're your good friends, right? But, you know, it's just that mirroring. It's just that, why didn't I get that opportunity? I've experienced this exact thing today, and I'm reading this a good week in advance. A friend of mine got an opportunity. It was a really good opportunity, and I'm really, really thankful. Like, I'm really grateful for her. No, not grateful, like proud of her for having this opportunity. Like she's worked really hard and she really like deserves it, but at the same time I'm like, oh, why aren't I getting those opportunities? You know, maybe I need to network better. Yeah, and you know, it does. It's like when you see somebody else doing well, you do have this, what do I need to do to be better? Why am I not getting those opportunities? Like, where am I failing? And you start to compare yourself to that other person. So luckily I am the type of person who's like, you know, I can push through that kind of like envy, like the jelly. I push through the jelly and I get quite quickly to, that person really deserves that. I'm really happy for them, you know? But not everybody can do that. A lot of other people sit in that ego and really find it hard to support the friends. So I feel like you could be in a situation where not everybody's supporting you as perhaps you support them. Being a Libra, you are a very supportive sign. So it could be a little bit painful for you to have to walk away from certain friendship groups or social circles or connections as you start to forge new ones. But the new ones feel, at this time, the new ones seem to feel more aligned with where you're at right now. Does that make sense? It's like, and I feel like this sense of almost like regret from moving away from certain people, but at the same time, you know what's right for you and you know where you fit in at this moment. And that doesn't mean you have to cut ties or anything like that. It's just a movement of your energy into something that aligns better with you at this time. The diplomacy coming through. I've got Libra Sun, Libra Venus, Libra Mercury. Libra Mercury is very diplomatic. People say it's very tactful, but I tend to go in like the Queen of Swords and like, this is the way it is, this is my truth, this is the honesty. Like, but yeah, Libra can be very tactful, and I feel like that tact is really coming through right now in this reading. It's funny because I'm not always like that. Transitions, help coming from unexpected places, quiet movement, successful expansion after a period of difficulty, crossing thresholds, changes and realignment. I do feel like Libras, a lot of you have been working on this Queen of Fire energy recently. Again, like doing that healing work, doing that, looking at yourself and figuring out what is triggering you. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like jealousy? Why do you feel like envy? Why do you feel like you're not good enough when you don't get opportunities? A lot of you've done that work already. So I do feel like a lot of you are already sitting in this Queen of Fire energy. It's like that's what you've been working on. Your confidence issues, coming to terms with your appearance and being comfortable with that. Working on your body, working on your health, working on going for things that you want, going for the things that you feel passionate about, and speaking up and vocalizing that, and not always taking a backseat role, or not always allowing others to steer the ship, but sometimes moving that ship in your own direction yourself. So a lot of Libras, I feel, have been working on that kind of Queen of Wands confidence energy. And it's warm, right? It's warm, it's nurturing, it's like the sun, it gives life to the people around it. So really cultivating that within yourself. Yeah, right, let's keep reading. Distance covered in the hands of the muse. She stands at the edge of her sanity. Hey, same. Hey there. How are you doing, Libras? Like, let's just get a bit more coffee and I'm sure we're going to get through it, right? I was getting this like patience energy and this Queen of Swords energy for you as well. I didn't make notes, so I didn't mention it, but it was like, putting up with the BS of others for a long time and really starting to kind of like, really starting to kind of like get a grip of that sword of the Queen of Swords and be like, do I say what I need to say here? Do I give this person the hard, honest truth and just say what I'm thinking? Like, do they need to hear it? And it's like that kind of like being patient with somebody, but also preparing to kind of like draw a boundary or say your piece or put up some kind of like rules. Like, it's a funny energy. So I do feel like some of you are really dealing with some difficult people. Right, she stands at the edge of her sanity, not knowing how to go any further, but knowing that she needs to cross to the other side. Looking up at the heavens, she sends a silent prayer for help, and it is answered by a lightness that she hasn't felt for so long. The muse of difficult transitions lends a helping hand to those who seek solace and passage to new states of being, living and loving. Sometimes the way across the rivers is unclear and muddy. In these times, the muse asks us to be open to receiving help from wonderfully unexpected places. Trust that serendipity will find you. Look for gestures of beauty and keep seeking the bright waters over tomorrow's horizon. As these root and stir inside your soul, you will be moved in the direction of small miracles. So you have this feeling of like, feeling very bold, feeling like you're in a good place, wanting to move, like wanting to perhaps make new connections or like move in different circles, or, just kind of experience something new, right? It's not necessarily that there's anything wrong with the old. It's just you've grown and you've kind of outgrown the planter kind of thing. I know Tarot, MN Tarot. She's I really like her. She reminds me a little bit of San Tarot in the way that she reads, and she's quite a new reader for me. But she was talking about this analogy of like Libras being like a bonsai, and outgrowing the pot. So do go and check out her reading if you're interested in that. I don't want to steal someone else's kind of reading, but I kind of just got the same message there. Yeah, so similar message, like you've outgrown the pot, right? You need to spread your wings a little bit here. You need to you just kind of need I'm really getting, it's funny because I was getting this, it's so funny, right? Okay, talking about MN Tarot's reading for a second, and again, I don't want to steal another person's reading, so absolutely 100% go and check out her Libra reading. But it was so strange to me that, and I almost commented on it. I left her a like, but I didn't comment in the end. But I'd had, and I've talked about in Leo and Virgo's reading a little bit, I'd had this whole like vision quest thing of like going on this whole journey in meditation, and it ended up being in this forest, and like basically like breaking apart the root system. Oh, that makes so much sense now. Um, and all the trees kind of like lifted up, and like the earth was shaking from the roots of these trees, and it's like this entire forest was picking itself up and moving itself somewhere else. And it was so strange because I watched MN Tarot's Libra reading after that, and she was talking about Libras being like this bonsai in this pot and outgrowing it, right, and needing to move. And then when they moved, they kind of found themselves in a forest of other trees who are similar and like-minded. So 100%, if this is like resonating for you, go and watch her reading, because it's like it feels like the same message coming through. And I love that. I love when lots of different readers get the same message. But it was so mad to me because I'd had this whole vision of like being in a forest and all the trees shaking the dirt off from the roots and like moving, because it was like underneath the trees, like in the soil where the roots were, it had almost become toxic. It was like all these it's like these thorns and brambles that were suffocating. So the trees were like actively like anthropomorphized. You know, they kind of got up and they were dancing and shaking off this dirt, and you know, all moving and en masse. So it's almost like this mass movement of Libras, like, or like-minded people who are all going to the same like a different place, right? It's like we have to move now. It's our time to move, which is a wonderful, wonderful message, because for the longest time, Libra, you've had this sit still and look pretty energy. Like you're the little kitten in the middle of all the dominoes. So just sit there, don't move, don't spoil everything. Just look pretty, Libra. And it was frustrating because it was like, well, we want to move. We've been watching the skies, we've been reading the signs, we're getting all this information that there's movement happening, like we're supposed to be somewhere else, we're supposed to be doing something, but it's like not knowing. It's like that door never opening. It's like knowing that there's something out there, but never having access to it, like never seeing the opportunity arise. So it's been really frustrating because it has been for like years, right? All through COVID. And then it's like, I feel the energy changing. I feel like things are picking up, but still it's like this energy of, I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm headed. I know that I've worked on myself in this time, and I just don't know where to put this newfound confidence and this newfound energy. I don't know where the right place is for me. But this is kind of saying it is out there, and Spirit, with that serendipity, is going to move you into the right circles at the right time. Funnily enough, when I started this meditation thing, I was sat on a cobweb, and like I was thinking afterwards, the cobweb is almost like connectivity, almost like the mycelium in the roots of the trees. So it's like old connections, old social groups, old dynamics, old cliques, if you like, are breaking apart right now. There's like this big, it's like the great reshuffle, the grand reshuffle. I had this in a reading as well. It was like everybody's being thrown up into the air and landing back down again, but in different groups. So I don't know, a lot of places may find like at work, like there's a big reshuffle in work, like, you know, you're going to be working with different teams, or, you know, social connections, like old ones break down and break away and new ones are formed. It's like this whole like connections breaking apart and reforming energy that seems to be a collective thing, but quite intensely coming through in your reading here, Libra. So I want to say that you have actually done the work, right? You have that confidence, or you're in the process of gaining this, and you know that perhaps the old connections or the old systems, the old groups that you've been a part of, you've kind of outgrown them, or they've become a bit stagnant and stale, right? You need, being the Queen of Wands, it's like you need that excitement, you need that, you know, the adrenaline to be pumping. I remember this came through in your last reading, the one that I didn't put up. It was like the need to ride a roller coaster, because you had to feel the fear, you had to feel the adrenaline. It's like just wanting to feel things, right, and not be stagnant and not be bored. So that seems to be what's happening there. It took me a while to get there, but we got there. So Libras, lovely, lovely, lovely Libras. Wisdom. Yeah, you've been getting this as well. Like, look at that brilliant Wizard of the Woods energy. I love that guy. Like, he's so hot right now. So I keep getting the Zoolander quotes. Owl Spirit, wisdom. You have this deep knowing. You are undergoing this transformation. You are undergoing this metamorphosis. You do realize that Spirit has your back. This is a very High Priestess card for me, and you've been getting that kind of Empress, High Priestess energy for quite a long time now. It's just sat there with this knowing, right? Sat there with this self-worth, sat there with this knowing, and then just waiting for that wisdom to come to you. So let's read Owl Spirit. It's funny, I was talking today about I once held a hawk. Like, I was really excited. I wanted to, I wanted to hold the coolest bird. So I had this like brilliant hawk on my arm, and but there was this owl there, and it was massive. It was like the biggest owl I've ever seen, and I was like, I want to hold that owl, but it was tired. It was like a bit late in the day, and like the animals, they need the space, right? They need the downtime. They're not performing monkeys, yeah. So the sun has set and you feel a remarkable transformation occurring. Your body shapeshifts into an owl. You stretch out your huge wings and silently soar to the top of the tallest pine tree and look over the moonlight forest. Your ability to see the smallest details, even in the darkness, Queen of Swords, is remarkable. Your sight expands and you see luminous light bodies of the spirit of the forest. They signal to you with love and compassion. Okay, so again, this extended vision I had during meditation. I was in a forest. Lots of stuff happened. The trees got up and walked away. And then after this kind of like upheaval energy, there was this like release of excitement. It was like me and this other creature like running through the forest, like me and a companion, and at one moment we were like panthers or jaguars, and then or swinging through the trees and then bursting through the canopy as a bird. It was this whole extended experience just through meditation. Like, I hadn't been smoking anything or anything like that. It was just meditation, and it just seems to be here. It seems to really be coming out in the readings. Your sight expands. So your ability to see the smallest details. I think you do have a very keen awareness, Libra. You are quite a sociable sign, like quite intuitive. So, you notice the patterns of behavior in the people around you. And if those patterns change, you notice it. You see those little signals. So it's like being able to read the room. So say, for example, something was happening at work and people were maybe being told one by one, but getting called into the office one by one. And it's like, not everybody needs to know, but it's like some people know, but then they act a little bit differently. And you just know something's happening. And like putting 1 and 2 together, you get 3. It's like you're quite astute at, maybe you don't get the details 100% correct, but it's like you're definitely aware when something's happening, right? You can read those signs. And you're normally in the general area of the mark. So you have some kind of wisdom. Abounding insight, profound majesty, and grace are available to you now simply by pulling your awareness inward. So go inward. So you're reading the signs, you're looking at your community, you're looking at the group around you, trying to read what's going on. But the signs can get, I'm kind of getting like crossed wires, because it could be that there's multiple things going on and you are crossing those wires and kind of coming to the wrong conclusions. It's like almost like you're getting pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, but unbeknownst to you, you're actually getting the pictures of 3 different jigsaw puzzles and trying to put it together, and it being like, this doesn't make sense. It's because you don't realize that it's 3 different pictures. Like, I've had this before and I've been like, like I've known things are going on, and I've even known specific people who are like involved and got specific names and everything, and I've been like, oh my god, are they having an affair? When it was like, no, they were working together on something. But I knew, I was like, there's something happening. I'm getting told about these specific people in this specific situation, but it's like my wires were crossed. I was reading like two situations as one. And I came to the wrong conclusion. So for you, Libra, I feel like 1 and 2 are making 4. And maybe you're missing some of the equations in there, right? Just be wary of that. Abounding insight, profound majesty, and grace are all available to you now simply by pulling your awareness inward. Ancient wisdom is emerging. You know the truth. Trust your intuition and your perceptions right now. You are a truth seeker and a truth sharer, Queen of Swords. Am I right? The excellent sight of an owl in the darkness corresponds with your ability to perceive the reality of a situation, even in the murkiest of conditions. When this card chooses you, you are the advent of a time at the advent of a time of profound illumination and transformation. The owl sits at the shoulder of Athena. I was picking up Athena energy for you the other day. I can't remember whose reading it came out in, but I was sat there going, I'm getting Libra from this. I'm getting Athena from this. The owl sits at the shoulder of Athena and Merlin, revealing sacred truths. I feel like there's two of you. I feel like you're coming through as Athena and there's a Merlin character around you. In some native cultures, I mean, take it or leave it and switch it and reverse it if you want to. In some native cultures, the owl is called the night eagle, for it has the majesty of an eagle. The eagle is your sign, by the way. The eagle is the justice card, and the justice card is Libra. It has the majesty of an eagle, but it works silently in the darkest of night. This card can mean it's time to embrace your dark side as well as your light. Oh my goodness. Yes, Star Wars, let's bring it on. Though doing so, you will be imbalanced. Through doing so, you will be imbalanced. Makes me think of like Rey and Kylo Ren, how the interplay between light and dark with them. Like Rey's, you know, she starts off as light, but she definitely embraces that dark side or experiences that dark side. You know, like when she makes that ship crash and things. And like Kylo Ren as well, like he's, you know, the bad guy, but then he's got this big like emo heart, right? He's you know, he's the hero at the end. You know, like I love that sequence of like him running in to save Rey, and they've like someone on YouTube put he's a hero holding up for a hero to it. I was like, I'm so into this. I need to watch them. I need to watch all that, like the 3 movies with them in. I need to watch it again. Okay, through doing so, you will be in balance. Yeah, exactly. Gemini had a similar thing with eagles, and of course, Gemini are light and dark, right? The interplay between them. The spirit of the spirit of the owl says, trust in your ability to see the deepest truths in situations and in people. Wisdom is growing within you in mysterious ways, beyond your awareness. This is a good time to sign up for inspirational courses. No way! Okay, I'm going to come back to that. Messages from Spirit are all around you. Look for them and trust what you feel. I've been thinking about doing counselling courses, like specifically like a level 4 counselling course that would qualify me to be like an actual qualified licensed counsellor, because I thought I'm doing these readings and I'm giving people guidance and I'm scared of saying the wrong thing. I'm scared of doing damage, you know, through the things that I'm saying, and I'm not actually in a position to give anyone advice. I'm just reading cards. So, but I like doing this. I like doing this kind of like healing work or guidance work, or I just want to help people, right? So I was like, maybe I should actually do a counselling course. It feels like something that's agreeing with me at the moment. So yeah, looking into these courses, but a lot of them are really far away. They don't really, I've not found a good online course. So any tips on that, kind of feel free to throw them my way. If any of you have counselling degrees or anything like that, or you know, you qualified counsellors and you know like different routes available, I would love to hear that. Kind of let me know in the comments. Thanks. But yeah, that's so funny that should come up. Okay, I'm taking this reading personally. Okay, but I'm a Libra. I've got a lot of Libra in my chart, so a lot of the Libra readings are going to resonate with me. So that's just how it works. But if it's resonating with me, hopefully it's resonating with you. That's probably a really good sign. Okay, owl spirit and wisdom. So this is what you need to do to heal. But again, you're healed, right? I feel like you've healed whatever that aspect is. Especially in terms of like confidence issues, you've healed it. Or you are very close to healing it. Fool. It's not saying that you are a fool. It's saying that you need to take a leap of faith at something. You're hearing some kind of trumpet call. You know where you're being led. You need to kind of, you know, you may not have all the answers, but it's like you just have to go and do it. And that's very much what I did when I went to university. I have got a degree already, and it felt like a big risk. I was like, this is a big commitment. Do I really want to do this? Is this really the right course for me? And a lot of the time, especially in the past, I've always thought myself out of doing things, right? I've always like got into my own head so much that it's like analysis paralysis, and I've not done things. But I started to embrace, and I mean, this was several years ago, this who dares wins, or like fortune favors the bold mentality of like, well, you know, if you don't try, you'll never know. So if I don't do it, then I'll definitely, like, I can't succeed if I don't try. But if I do try, I might succeed. And if I fail, I've learned lessons along the way. And it really helps you. It really helps you in terms of like releasing yourself from any ideas of like perfectionism or the need to get things 100% right the first time. And then you do it, and then you gain experience, and you gain knowledge, and you gain confidence from it, and you think, thank goodness I did it. So it's like, take that leap of faith, take that risk, especially if you're going into something, with it being wisdom and Athena. I really feel like if it's something to do with gaining knowledge, definitely take the risk. This is a big sign, you know, to take that leap of faith forward. If that's what you're feeling called to do, don't do it for others. Don't do it because other people think it's a good idea for you to do that. Do it because it's what you feel pulled to at this time. The Emperor. Oh, sexy card coming out. So this feels like self-empowerment for you. For a lot of you, it's self-empowerment, stepping into your own Emperor energy. Do you get Emperor energy quite a lot for you, especially in terms of like the Libra Emperor? I wonder if he'll come out of the Tarot Dannii. Yeah, this is you may be taking on some sort of leadership role. Perhaps you're taking on a leadership role in work where you train other people and you pass on that wisdom. You could also be dealing with somebody who is an emperor figure. So somebody who is a boss, somebody who's like a father-like figure, CEO, a husband, you know, divine masculine, if some of you are on that path. Yeah, could be dealing with an Aries. Fool and Emperor are both Aries. So whatever that is for you, like, this is what Spirit is saying. This is what you need to go through. This is the experience you need to have in order to have that soul growth, to have that healing. So take it as you will and leave it if it doesn't resonate. Definitely something here about like the little fairy wings as well. See, like the fairy wings and the fairy wings here. It's always like something coming in behind you, like something unexpected, something you've not seen. So there's something coming forward towards you that you may not be anticipating. It may be connected to this Emperor energy, or that's just your own self-empowerment. Like taking control, right? Stepping up, taking control, making decisions for yourself, not letting other people run your life for you, or bending too much so that you give up on your dreams in order to support the dreams of others. You too tend to be a giver, Libra, especially in terms of like the people who are close to you, family, friends, children. You know, you can overgive. So get into that Queen of Swords energy again of like keeping your boundary up, not overgiving, recognizing that you need to like follow your own dreams and support yourself as much as you need to support others. There has to be balance there. You are a sign about balance. Something else, I really feel like it's the second time I've picked up the Tarot Dannii, so I'm just gonna see what wants to come out of there. Is there something else here? Because I feel like I've got a little blind spot. Seven of Wands. So, Seven of Wands for Libra. Defender of my land. Those evil branches are attacking me. No way, that was in my little vision. Like, it was like sinking, almost like in Harry Potter, you know, where they get tangled up in those vines, and like they can have like the spell to kind of like make the light shine so that the thorns release them. So it's like somebody's darkness, somebody's past, somebody's shadow self like overwhelming them. And I want to say, Libra, we came in because I was in the role of the person shining that light. It was like shining the light to push back those dark forces. So defender of my land, those evil branches are attacking me. I know the wizard who has bewitched them. What's this about then? What is going on here? I know the wizard who has bewitched them. I know that he wants my land, but I won't back down. I will stand my ground. It is not time for doubt or hesitation. I have faith in my bravery, and I'm ready to fight, if a fight there must be. I will defend my territory, come what may. I am prepared and well armed. Maybe I'll win, maybe I won't. But in any event, fear won't have me compromising. What about you? Are you a battler too? Are you ready to stand up for yourself, whatever the challenges may be? Stand up for yourself, Libra, right? Will you be strong and determined if ever the branches threaten you? struggle, attacks, competition, reinforcing self-confidence, standing one's ground. So you're going to go into something. You're going to go into something where your confidence is going to be challenged, right? Those the kind of the devil on your shoulder is going to pop up and try to talk you out of something, or doubt yourself, or encroach on your territory in some sort of way. So you have an opportunity, and it's always an opportunity, Libra, to stand up for yourself, to stand your ground, to defend yourself, to hold your position. Okay, hold your position. That Emperor, absolutely holding his position. I'm getting I don't know if some of you are involved in some kind of protest. You know, like when with it being like defending my land as well. I don't know if it's like you know, when like people try to develop green spaces and people sit down. I'm thinking about like years and years ago in like the 90s with Swampy. Swampy was this famous character on TV, on the news, and he was living on the fields where they wanted to build an airport terminal, and he was like refusing. He was like living up trees or living in tunnels, and he was refusing to get off the land, so they couldn't build there because Swampy was there, right? It was the other people as well, but he was kind of the name. So it's got that energy, and I'm hearing we shall not be moved. So like, stand your ground, defend your territory. You've got this, Libra. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's not literal. I think for a lot of you, it's you've made a decision. You want to do something. You want to do something new, with it being the Fool card there. You want to go on a new journey, a journey of learning, right? The Emperor could represent somebody that you have to defend against. So it's like, I want to do this thing. This person doesn't want you to do that thing. You're standing your ground. You're doing the thing, right? It's that kind of energy. You know, not bending to the needs of another. Advice, please, for Libra for Monday. Looks like that's in reverse. Nope. Be at home. Be at home. You're home. You're not going anywhere. You're not being evicted. Okay. 68. I built this home brick by brick. You're not going anywhere. I don't know. It's got that energy to it. I don't know how that would fit in with me, but okay. Bit worried about next Monday now. Be at home. Burrowing deep. No way. I was literally seeing Swampy in the tunnels. Like, the image was popping into my head. Burrowing deep into the ground, remaining safe and sound and well fed with family is a special trait of the wombat. Home sweet home is always available to you if you recognize that well-being is the truth of life. Wombat spirit reminds you that to be truly at home in the world, you need to find comfort within your own skin. Confidence. You do this by accepting all your experience without judgment, through a deep honesty and love of life. When you feel the freedom to be yourself, you can begin to feel truly at home in your life with your family and tribe, right? Finding the right. It's like you're finding the people who feel like home to you, I want to say. Because they match you on an authentic level, like where you can be yourself. Right now, you're in a beautiful place where you can hang up the coat of your identity and settle into a true sense of home and well-being, understanding that all is well. Everything you do from this place rings true in harmony with spirit. Wow, what do I say, Libra? That's really, really good. Yeah, you're going to be in a good place, right? You are in a good place, so you're defending it. Wombat spirit, be at home. With a King of Earth. So I definitely feel like, I mean, this could definitely be you. It's Taurus energy. You've got Aries, Taurus. There could be some kind of father figure for you. There could be a husband. There's a masculine, it doesn't have to be male. It can be your own energy. It's just coming through as masculine here. There's an energy of somebody who's a provider, an energy of somebody who creates a safe, warm, nutritious, I'm hearing, environment for you to grow in. So I want to say, if you're having that experience of feeling like the plant pot you're in is too small and you're going into a bigger plant pot, it could be that you're moving home, right? Getting a bigger home. And this could be somebody that you're doing it with, or this could be the energy that you're embodying, like wanting to create this safe, nurturing, comfortable environment. The Emperor and the King of Earth have a sense of prosperity around them. So if this is you, yeah, definitely making it's like nesting energy, like making a secure home. Others of you, this is somebody that you're making that secure home with. So very earthy energy. Some of you, I'm getting, it could be like a grandfather or a father energy that's helping you do this. The King of Earth can also give you really practical advice. Like they can give you like financial advice. They can give you advice. They can help you learn skills. So yeah, it's like practical. This is a practical person. You're going to feel very, very safe with the King of Earth. And again, it could be you. It could be you moving into a more authoritative leadership position in your own life where you're building those solid foundations, right? You're creating that security. So really, really nice justice there as well. It could be like contracts or something. Again, if you're moving house, buying, selling, contracts could be involved. Justice in the upright is a really nice sign, and it is your card in the tarot. It talks about balance. It talks about good karma, law, justice, yeah, all the good stuff. So this is a really positive reading, Libra. I really hope you found it helpful. That just feels really lovely. That just feels like you're gonna, you know, tuck yourself up in a warm duvet with a hot drink, like, and be really snuggly and happy. Maybe like Netflix and chill. Looks really nice. All right. And the thing is as well, when you have a solid base, when you feel like you have, if you think about like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, when you have that solid, secure base where you have a, you know, a nice place to live, a comfortable place to sleep, you know, your nutritional needs are met, you know, you feel safe and secure, that's a really good base to build on. So it's like from that base, you can branch out and go to different places and have different experiences because your base is so secure. You know, you've got that to fall back on. So, okay. I hope that helps. Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye, Libra.